Let me tell you, people, sometimes it be your own people that do this stuff to you. Let me tell you. I got technically deactivated today on LYFT. That's the bad news. Or blocked, I should say. Temporary blocked or deactivated, whatever you want to call it. I couldn't use the app. By a passenger that did a false claim. They claim I was under the influence. I did get reactivated same day within literally 5 minutes. And I'm going to tell you how I did that. Because if you don't know this stuff, it could take you days or even weeks to get reactivated or reactivated at all. Again, let me tell you the story. So, picked up a guy, and I'm not giving away his address, so hopefully they won't deactivate it for me. You're giving away the guy's information. But somewhere in Bristol, Connecticut, we'll say. And I was dropping him off somewhere in Farmington. I don't remember his address. Even if I could remember it, I don't remember it, because I see so many places and addresses. I don't remember the guy's name. I just remember it was a black guy. Picked him up in Bristol. Gave him a ride to Farmington, which is not that far. He didn't sit. First, he wasn't in his pickup location. It took a while to come out. He was a little bit off from his pickup location. And I was already frustrated because had he been in his pickup location, I wouldn't have had to move, because I literally had to move from where I was to spin back around to get him because he wasn't outside waiting. And the app's a little bit off on some people's location. And it made it look like he was in another parking lot from where he actually really was. So I was a little frustrated because you can't just go through parking lot. Sometimes you have to go all the way out and around, and not a big deal, but just saying. So finally get him in the car. We're both quiet because I'm a little bit frustrated. Not mad, just a little bit frustrated. Get him to his almost like 5 minutes from, not even 5 minutes, 2 minutes from where he's going to get dropped off at, and he tells me, I was going to tell you to stop at this store that's in the opposite direction. Well, I'm not going that way now. If you were going the same way, I would have stopped. Not for free. You could have put in a stop, and then it wouldn't have been an issue. Not a big deal. He remains quiet. He didn't argue with me or anything. Drop him off in his complex. I was like, tell me when, because the apps don't tell you exactly where to stop at, all the time in the right spot. So I'm like, tell me when. He tells me, okay, right here's good. Gets out. I'm thinking everything's good. I shut the LYFT app off. Head back to where I previously wanted to be. I think I got one more LYFT ride after him, and then I did an Uber ride. I shut the LYFT app off after that last person. Go to turn the LYFT app back on after dropping off my Uber passenger. And I noticed I got to log back in. I'm completely logged out of the app. LYFT doesn't tell you you're deactivated. You don't get an email or nothing until probably hours later, probably even the next day. So I don't even know that I'm temporarily on hold or deactivated or whatever you want to call it. It makes me log back in, my phone number and everything. And I'm like, what's going on? I got to put my phone number back in. Put my phone number back in. It says your account was on hold for allegations of being intoxicated. I'm pissed. because I'm not high or drunk or anything, obviously. I'm even willing to do a drug test. But because I only had 3 Lyft rides, I knew it had to be this guy, because I picked up one lady before him, pleasant ride. One lady after him, pleasant ride. He was the only one that could have gave me any issues that would have made an allegation like that, even though we didn't even have an argument. This is what pisses me off. We didn't have an argument. And another thing that pissed me off is you can't call Lyft without picking a ride that you think is the problem. What if you don't know? I guess you got to randomly guess. But if I had did 8 rides today, I didn't even plan on driving today. So I did a couple of rides just cause. So I only had 3 rides done. But if I would have did 8 rides, I probably would have known which ride it was to choose. So I happened to choose the correct one. I get an operator on there, and she's actually pleasant and speaks good English, which is new to me on these apps. She speaks good English. It's not a bot, it's a person, because I'm a pretty high-ranking driver. Picks right up. Speaks pretty good English. I'm screaming at this point. I'm frustrated, I'm yelling, and she's still kind of remaining calm. She's not yelling back, or like a lot of Americans, they'll yell back at you. I don't think she was American, but she had an accent but spoke very good English, which is rare. So I'm just talking back to her, and but I'm frustrated, so I'm yelling a little bit. And I told her exactly what ride it is, because I chose it in the beginning. And I told her I'm unmatched this person. I know exactly who made this allegation. I unmatched them already. And I'm pissed that people can just easily make up lies and get you deactivated like this. So I'm really pissed at this point. I'm pissed off, because I'm willing to even go to the hospital and let them do a test to prove that I am sober. But I shouldn't have to do all that. So she's like, hold on, why are we doing investigation? What investigation? He lied. But she puts me on hold for literally only about 5 minutes. And she's like, based on the information I gave her, because I knew exactly who made the false allegation. Very important. If I did not know who made the false allegation, chances are I would have not got reactivated that quickly. So that's the tip. You gotta know who did it. If you don't know who did it, Lyft's not giving you the information of who did it. They're protecting their passengers more than the driver. I just happen to know who did it. I'm prepared to get the law involved if necessary. Do a test, get the law involved and everything, because I was that mad that it could be that easy. And I'm sitting there dawning on myself, why would this guy do this to another black man? Da da da. And I hate saying that, because I know there's gonna be some person of a different race to be like, yeah, it's just like I told you, these black people, you can't trust them. I hate proving those people right. I hate it, because I love my people, but I gotta admit, they are the biggest culprits of making these false allegations. I hate to say that, but that's just my feeling right now. And I hate proving people like that right. You know them. There's gonna be at least one person who'll be like, yep, you black people, they'll do it to you. Because I'm a good black person. Not all black people are corrupt, mean, but why do it to your own people, if anybody? And it dawned on me, this guy, the reason why he never put in a stop in the first place, probably because he was broke. Because the stop was just down the road. I didn't want to turn around. It was the opposite direction, and there's traffic. And a lot of you are saying, yeah, could have turned around for him, but I knew for a fact it was going to take more than the 5 minutes he said it was. And I'm not getting paid for that. I'm not getting paid for that. And he would have took longer than 5 minutes. It probably would have been 10 to 15 minutes. Because I know the store he was going to, there was no possible way you could just grab something and hurry up and get back out to the car. There's no way. I don't even want to say the store name because it'll give away kind of his general area. So I don't even want to say the store name. So it really dawned on me that, okay, when you make a false allegation on a driver, what is Lyft going to do? Give you your money back. This guy did all that to get his, I think the ride was 16 and some change, almost $17. I got paid 10, believe it or not. That's another surprising thing, that I got more than 50% for the ride. I would have never got that on Uber side. This is why I've been liking Lyft better, because they've been paying me slightly better. So he paid about, according to Lyft, could have paid more, but according to Lyft, paid about $17. They didn't tell me that. I saw it on the rate thing they give you. I got about 10. And I'm thinking to myself, why would he do this to another black man knowing I could be losing my... Granted, I'm only part-time, but still, he didn't know that. This is my livelihood as far as he's concerned. Why would you do that? Because he wanted his money back. He got the lousy, not even $17 back for making a false allegation. I know it doesn't matter what race, but on another black man. And I was so pissed. And here's the tip, because it's not always going to be a black person. It could be one person of your own race do this crap to you. It's these really struggling individuals out there. I get it, the economy's bad, but don't mess with somebody's livelihood. Even if they don't need it, even if they all are only part-time. This guy did that just to get his money back. I'm thinking I couldn't come up with any other reason why he would make a false allegation like that. I wasn't driving erratic, and I think he was a little pissed off at me, but he didn't verbally say he was mad. We didn't argue at all, but I think he was a little pissed off that I didn't want to make the stop. And a part of me was thinking, what if I would have made the stop and he still made that allegation? I'd have been more mad, because now you wasted my time. I'd have been more mad. And see how easy it was for Lyft to just deactivate you. The whole career, going on almost 8 years that I've been driving for these apps. Even though I like Lyft better than Uber, I've only been deactivated from Lyft. And I thought Uber was more strict. Hit me in the comments on which one you think is more strict. I thought the whole time Uber's more strict than that, just based on my experience with them. But the whole time I've been driving, I've only been deactivated from Lyft 3 times from Lyft. One time I got deactivated just because I didn't want to go across town in traffic. And this is before that, this when that law just kicked in about the dog crap, where you got to pick people up with a dog. It just kicked in. I just didn't want to go across town because of the traffic. It had nothing to do with a person having a dog, and I canceled because I was right near the highway to go home, and the traffic was horrendous. I was in Hartford, Connecticut, in rush hour traffic. And of course I got deactivated. But they reactivated me like a week later. That's how desperate they are for drivers. And I probably would have got reactivated for this too, but it probably would have been days, maybe a week later, after their investigation. But what saved me to get me back on immediately, 5 minutes, literally 5 minutes, I was back up and running, was probably my time on the app. It could have had something to do with it because I was a veteran, and the fact that I knew exactly who did it. And I said the reason. I was like, this guy did that because I didn't want to make a stop. That's the only thing I can come up with. Because the other two ladies, they couldn't have done it. And because I gave the right information, they literally had me back up and running in 5 minutes. I call it deactivation, but it's more like a block, which to me, if you can't drive, you're deactivated. Crazy, right? That's how easy it is. If you're a passenger and you're watching this, don't do that. Don't do that just to get your money back. Come on. Are you that devious that you would mess with somebody's livelihood for $16 and some change? Listen to how that sounds. You're messing with somebody's livelihood for $16 and some change. I know some black people right now is probably listening and be like, yep, our own people would do that to you. Because as much as I, dislike certain other races at certain points of time, I never had this happen to me other than, I want to say black people do this to me. Again, I hate saying that, but that's not true. I got actually deactivated the one time. It was a white college girl because she was broke too. So it's not only black people. But that's what I was thinking at the time. And I can laugh now because I'm back on the app, but this is why I can't no longer rely on these apps. This is why you have to go private. That's my real main point of this video. And other sources of income. If I didn't have other sources of income, and I just relied on just Uber and just Lyft, I'd be screwed. And this is why. It's as easy as making a false allegation to get somebody fired like that. And Lyft, the lady on the phone from Lyft customer service, she said that we're aware that people make false allegations like this, and it's only because I told her who exactly did it that I got on so quickly. That's all I got for this rant. I'm over it now. I'm back on it. And honestly, if this happened on Uber, I probably wouldn't even care. That's how much more I like Lyft lately than Uber. Because Uber pay right now is horrendously bad. Horrendous. I get way more Uber offers. Way more Uber offers. I probably get, for every one Lyft ride, I probably get 10 Uber offers, but they're so bad you don't take them. Even that ride where the guy got me canceled, I got more than 50% on that ride. For that same ride, I probably would have got $7, $8 at best from Uber. I got 10 and some change on Lyft. Lyft, is you watching? I'm kind of hating, but I'm kind of giving you credit at the same time. That's all I got for you guys today. I'm not gonna lie, I'll probably put a clickbaity, not title necessarily, but I'll probably put a clickbaity thumbnail to get you guys to watch saying deactivated or something like that. I'm just keep being honest. But it won't be a lie. I technically got temporarily deactivated. That's all I got for you guys today. Thank you guys for continuing to watch the channel. Support. If you want to support for free, all you gotta do is like, subscribe, comment, click that bell icon, and I'm gonna see you guys in the next one. Thank you very much.